Hey YouTube, this is Apocalypse, and as I promised, this is the Samsung Q70T. Now, a lot of people have been downplaying Samsung this year because they've kind of lessened their TVs, and that's true. This is a Q70T, which has no local dimming, but last year the Q70R had local dimming. Now, as for differences in picture, I cannot tell a difference. I've had the Q70R and now I have the Q70T. The reason I'm doing this is because I don't want to get a copyright strike by playing video, but I do have it muted. But the thing is, this TV, it operates very, very smoothly. The only hiccup that I had is there's an update out right now. It's the well, it won't let me go into it because I'm in an app, but it was at the 1113.5 update, and there is a 1115.5, and you can see it right there. And I had to actually put it on a thumb drive and update it manually because the TV didn't want to detect it. Why? I do not know, but I did notice that when I did it, that the contrast looks a little better. And of course, I'm a dynamic kind of person, you know what I mean? So I like to leave my stuff on dynamic because I like a big bright picture. But when you go into the apps, like here, of course, I was going to say Dolby Vision, but when you go into like this TV does not have Dolby Vision, it's HDR10 Plus. But when I go into Disney Plus, I want to show that everything here is, let's say Captain Marvel. Everything here is either Dolby Vision or HDR10, not HDR10 Plus. When you watch these shows, and I can't play the movies, and I'm sorry, when you play these in HDR10 on Netflix or Disney Plus, there's some spectacular highlights, but overall the picture looks just a little dim, too dim for my taste actually. But honestly, I have this on dynamic, and it's bright, it's beautiful. They say that this TV is a 500 nit TV. I've got it on dynamic, and there's no way this is a 500 nit TV. It's got to be way more than 500 nits. Because, I mean, it produces bright whites, deep blacks. Of course, it's not OLED. Nothing's going to be an OLED but an OLED. Let's see. Let's go into Netflix here. And let's see. You can see the picture is outstanding. The motion is outstanding. The motion on this TV is, I mean, it's excellent. Now, if you do, this is Christmas Chronicles, and it's in HDR, as you can see. And let me scoot back here before I get a copyright. But I want to show you this. I'm sorry about the lights in the background. There's not very good reflection. If you look at this, from what I sing, there's a little bit of glare and a little bit of lifting on the darks. But if you actually are looking at the TV itself, like this right here, these reds are like super red. The white lights back there are super bright looking. You can see every detail in the snow. The little girl over here, you can see everything. I mean, it's got a really, really, really good picture. And this is HDR, and even though it's a little dim, as you can see on my camera, it's not that dim. The blacks are black, the whites are white, the colors are very vibrant. Of course, it's a Samsung, and Samsung's known for oversaturating their colors. I have no complaints about it. Now, if I was going to go to, say I'm going to go to, see, it's on HDR dynamic, which is where I like it. That The HDR standard gives it a little bit better contrast, but it's not as bright. Of course, natural is darker. Movie is really dark, but this is where I like it. I like right there. That's not so bad, but I like mine brighter. And of course, I got mine set to cool. I love the Tizen operating system. Let's see, what else can I show you about this TV? I mean, it's pretty awesome. Apple TV on it, and I was playing with it earlier. You can actually, when you mirror your phone, which I have an iPhone, when you mirror your iPhone to it through Apple AirPlay, the TV screen will be right here with whatever was playing you was watching, and over here will look exactly like your phone. It's really cool looking. I can't do it to show you right now because I'm actually on my phone doing this video. So let's see. I did want to show you this. You can see her hair. Well, you can see him. Okay. Anyway, the way this looks is it's dull right now because when you pause it, it dims it out. But when you go into, let's say I want to go into Voodoo. It's taking a minute. Of course, I want to go into my Voodoo, then I want to go into my movies. Of course, I've got tons of them. Let's see. It's kind of hard to make a comparison, especially right here because the Apple TV actually dulled it out. But let's see here. If I can get it to play and then get it to dim out. Right there. This is tons better. It looks 10 times better than what it did on Apple TV, and it's Voodoo. I don't understand why. It's still, if you look at it up there, it's still HDR. It plays in Dolby Atmos. This TV does have 2.1 HDMI, so it's future-proof for VRR gaming. Other than that, see if I can go to there's only a few things. You can buy a player that'll actually do HDR10 plus. If you don't, I mean, like me, I have one just as HDR10 and it looks perfect. Have no issues with it at all. But if you go into Amazon, who supports HDR10 plus, let's see, that's 4K UHD. There's tons of them down here. Let's see if I can find one. Okay. Go into the little section right here and say you want to go down to Rambo. Nope. That one's not HDR. For some reason, it's UHD, just not HDR. Let's go back. Go up one. Let's say The Boys, which is really good. I like it. If you play it, I'm going to pause it. But if I go over to the thing where it shows you dynamic range, you can see right there it says HDR10 plus. That will show you. Let's see. Let's see. There you go. It shows you that it's HDR10 plus, which is really awesome. because not a lot of things support HDR10 Plus right now. You got a couple Panasonic Blu-ray players that actually does HDR10 Plus. You've actually got the Vizios now support HDR10 Plus and Dolby Vision, which is great. Go back to where I was. But this is one of them. Pretty soon Netflix is going to do HDR10 Plus. I don't know when it's going to do it, but you know, they was talking about supporting all formats, and for them to support all formats would be like a big plus, especially since, you know, they're the number 2 production company in the world behind Warner Brothers. Anyway, if you go to YouTube, of course, everybody does YouTube, and I don't think I'll get I need to get a Spears and Munsell DVD, but let's see here, 4K videos. If you go for, this was one of my favorite, of course. This is just a commercial. This ain't even. But right there, it's bright and beautiful. And there's no issues with it at all. And this is HLG Hyperlog Gamma HDR, and it's perfect. And let's see here. But it has no issues. I had the Q80 last year and the Q70, and this one actually looks better than both of them. And I've also had the Samsung 950G and 900F. Of course, the 950G is better, brighter, but this one is, I'd say this one matches it. And I mean, if you don't believe me, try it for yourself. I know there's a lot of skeptics out there and a lot of Samsung haters. I mean, I'm not their biggest fan because as for customer service, they suck. But I mean, I can't deny this is a dual LED TV, and it operates fantastic. It's very fast. Everything pops up on the fly. You can go through it'll kind of like Vizio, or not Vizio, but Roku. You can go through excuse me, and it'll pick up your free shows. You can rent movies, and I believe this will show you where you can watch the things at. Also, say Watch Now, and it's available on Apple Prime, Apple TV, Fandango. You can see it like right up through here. But I think that's a neat feature. Wish I could show you the screen mirroring though. That's really amazing, I think. And of course, they have the Samsung TV Plus, which is their version of I guess Roku or Vizio's, you know, their channels that they have. But anyway, I just wanted to get this out there and show you real quick. I'm going to do some HDR videos and gaming videos in the near future to show you how this thing operates. I mean, so far I'm impressed with it. It's not the best TV that I've had. I've had OLED, but it's not the worst. So, I mean, get one, try it for yourself like I tell everybody. Right now you can get this for $12.99 for 65-inch and the 55-inch for $9.99, but it's well worth a try. I'm impressed with it. The picture quality is really good. I mean, it's really good. And I was skeptical to get it at first, but now that I've got it and I've played around with it, you know, it's impressing me every day. But like I said, it's not OLED, but I mean, it looks really good. And I like a big, bright, crisp picture, and that's what it gives out. So anyway, if you have any questions or comments, you know, leave them below. And this is Kim Apocalypse. Hit that subscribe button and like and share my videos, and I'll have more for you next time.